What's up guys, welcome back to another episode of the channel. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Angel, nice to meet you. So in today's video I am back at the same location on where I've been constantly hooking onto striped bass. Anyways, if you guys are just tuning in today's video, then you're in luck. And the reason why you're in luck is because I'm about to give it my all. Every information I got, any secret techniques, I'll be explaining every single detail on today's video. So make sure you guys stick around so that you guys can get a better understanding on how to fish for striped bass. Let's get to it. Alright y'all, so if it's your first time fishing in California, you do need your fishing license. You can purchase your fishing license at any local bait shop. You can even purchase it at Walmart and even Target. So yeah, with me, I purchased a 1-year license. It would cost you about 60 to 70 bucks depending on the raw stamps you're purchasing. When it comes to working with 2 fishing rods, you do need a California fishing license, also a 2 rod stamp. Alright y'all, so if it's your first time fishing, I highly recommend working with the Kuma 10-foot Rockway rod. This is a really cheap rod, a really affordable rod. So if you guys want the same rod setup, I'll go ahead and put that description down below. So with the setup, again, I'm working with a 10-foot Akuma Rockway rod with a 4,500 size pen slammer reel. With me, I'm working with a pen slammer. That's a bit expensive, so my recommendation is to get anything that's cheaper than that. The size of the reel that you should work with on this 10-foot Rockway rod should be between 3,000 size to 4,000 size, okay? Your main line, I highly recommend that you work with 12 to 20-pound mono before you start working with braided. You know, for those that don't know, if it's your first time fishing and you're working with braided slick, you can do some serious damage when it comes to casting out your fishing rod. So my recommendation is to work with mono before you work with braided line. So yeah, if it's your first time fishing, then this is the video for you. I'm about to teach you guys a step-to-step video on how to set up your rod, how to tie some leaders, where to cast, what bait to use, what size hook, what size weight. So if it's your first time fishing, make sure you guys watch throughout this whole video so that you guys can get a better understanding on how to fish for striped bass. So first things first, go ahead and grab the first piece and stick it into the second piece. Just like that. Now you want to turn your rod upside down so that you can look at the guides. These are called guides. You do not want your top piece to twist to the left or to the right. You want your top piece to meet this guide right here. You want everything to become straight. Just like that. Also, you want to feel confident that your top piece won't fly out when you're casting. So for an example, there we go, just like that. Now, let's go ahead and put on the line. Go ahead and open your reel, just like that. Grab your main line and feed your main line all through the guides of this fishing rod. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Make sure you guys do not miss any of the guides, okay? So now that you got your main line all through the guides of your fishing rod, go ahead and close that reel, and there you go. That's step 1 right there. Alright y'all, so if it's your first time fishing for striped bass at this location, my recommendation is to work with a Carolina rig. So go ahead and grab your main line, okay? Once you grab your main line, you need to purchase a slider. Go ahead and stick that main line into that slider, just like that. And now you need a bead. Go ahead and put that bead into your main line. So you got your slider and now you got your bead. After your bead, you need a swivel clip. But before you do a swivel clip, at the end of your main line, go ahead and do an overhand knot. So I don't know if you guys can see this. Go ahead and grab your main line. At the end of the main line, go ahead and make a loop just like that. With 2 fingers, hold on to that loop just like that. Go ahead and grab that loop and wrap around your finger 1 time. With that loop, go under that knot that you created 2 times. So 1 and then 2, just like that, and pull. So now that you got your knot, go ahead and cut off the extra line. Just like that. With your overhand knot, you're going to need a swivel clip. Go ahead and make that knot straight. Stick that knot into the eye of that swivel, just like that. And then open that knot on your main line and feed that swivel into that knot, just like that. And now all you need to do is just pull. Boom. And there you go. Right here, folks, you got the slider, the bead, the swivel clip. If you made it this far, congratulations, you just created a Carolina rig. So now that I showed you guys how to set up your rod, how to tie that Carolina rig, I might as well show you guys how to tie your hook. Okay, so my recommendation when it comes to fishing at this location for striped bass is to work with a 4/0 shiner hook. And to tie this hook, my recommendation is to work with 25 P-line mono. Go ahead and grab 1 hook. So with your 25 P-line mono, at the eye of that 4/0 hook, go ahead and feed that mono into the eye of that hook, just like that. You want to leave extra line, and then you're going to grab the end of that 25 P-line mono and put it back into the eye of that 4/0 hook, just like that. Now you have a loop, just like that. You have a loop inside of the eye of that hook. What you want to do is pinch the eye of that hook just like that. Go ahead and grab the end of that 25 P-line mono and wrap it around that hook 4 times. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. With your index finger, you're going to keep that line in place just like that. And then at the end of that 25 P-line mono, go ahead and put it into that hole you've created. Once you got that figured out, go ahead and just start pulling your main line on the 25 P-line mono and the end of that 25 P-line mono at the same time. And just like that. So right here, you're going to have extra line. Go ahead and cut some off, just like that. So now that you got your hook tied with your 25 P-line mono, go ahead and keep that leader line at least shoulder to finger. I say at least 30 inches long. So this is your hook. This is your 25 P-line mono for your leader line. At the end, go ahead and do an overhand knot. So again, 2 fingers, make a loop on that mono, and you're going to go under, over with this loop right here. Go over, under 2 times, just like that, and then pull. There we go. Go ahead and cut off the extra line, and there we go. You got your 4/0 hook, your 25 P-line mono. The leader line is at least 30 inches long. If you guys made it this far, congratulations. You just made your own custom hook. Give yourself a tap on the back. So now that I showed you guys how to set up your rod, how to, set up your Carolina rig, I might as well show you guys how to put everything together. So on your slider rig right here, it has a clip. Go ahead and unclip it and put a 3-ounce weight onto that clip, just like that. So if you purchase a fishing rod, right here on your handle on top, it's going to show you what line to use and what weight you should work with. So make sure you guys look at the rod specs before you purchase any gears. With your custom hook, at the end of that loop, go ahead and grab that swivel clip and just put that loop into that clip just like that, and clip it on, and boom, and there you go. If you made it this far, congratulations. All right, y'all, so for today's bait, I'm working with anchovies. So it's best to work with anchovy when it's frozen, so make sure you guys bring a cooler with a ton of ice. With your anchovy, go ahead and cut off the head just like that, cut off the tail. I don't use the head, I don't use the tail. With your 4/0 hook, go ahead and hook the anchovy one time inside and out just like that. Once you got that figured out, go ahead and rotate your hook or rotate your bait and hook it once again just like that. At the other side of the anchovy, make sure that hook is exposed at all time. So as you guys can see, the tip of the hook is hooking my finger, and that's what you want. So once you got that figured out, go ahead and use a magic thread and wrap that bait onto your hook. Because for those that don't know, when it comes to working with anchovies dissolve really fast, and that's the #1 reason why I told you guys to work with it frozen. So you really want to be quick when you're working with anchovies, because I don't know if you guys can tell, it's freaking hot out here, and as you guys can see, that anchovy is melting. So don't pull off the magic thread on the actual bait, pull it off on the actual hook. All right, if you made it this far, give yourself a pat on the back. Now it's time to cast in. All right, y'all, so when you guys cast in, make sure your spool as tight as possible to the point where like you can't pull any more line out. So that's good enough right there. All right, y'all, so to cast out this fishing rod, go ahead and grab your main line with your finger. Go ahead and hold that main line just like that. Open the spool and you're ready to cast in. So to cast it out, you want to put your rod over your shoulder just like that. If the eye of the rod is pointing to the right and you're casting straight, your line is going to fly to the right. If your eye of the rod is pointing to the left and you're trying to cast straight, your line is going to fly to the left side. So make sure you guys look at the eye of the rod, make sure it's straight on so that you guys can get a good cast, a straight cast, just like this in 3, 2, 1. That's how you do it. All right, so now that you cast in, go ahead and set your drag. Not too tight, not too loose, just like that. Perfect, right there. Right there is perfect. Fish on. And that's how it's done, folks. That's a keeper. That's a keeper. There we go. Check that out, folks. And that's how it's done, man. And that's how you do it, guys. Make sure you guys follow every single step on today's video, okay? I've provided every single step, every technique, every advice. If you guys want further information, make sure you guys check out my recent video content. I've posted so many video content at this location on how to catch these stripers. So if you guys are interested in watching those videos, I'll go ahead and put all of that description down below. There you go, one keeper. Check that out, guys. Let's go ahead and give him a good measurement. I think he's like 21 inches. 20 inches, guys. Well, he's a keeper. I didn't get it right, but at least he's a keeper. There you go. 20 inches. Choo! Alright, y'all, there we go. A nice 20-inch striper. This is good eating size. Anyways, throughout my whole experience doing YouTubing, giving you guys the advice that you guys need into dispatching a fish, usually I would use my finger, put it into the gills and pop it off. However, I found a different way, a better way. So go ahead and grab a knife or scissors and put it into the gills, through the gills, and to the other side, and just cut everything off. That would cut all circulation to the heart, to the head. So viewers' discretion is advised. If you guys do not want to watch this part, please skip forward. Dispatching in 3, 2, 1. And there we go. There it is. There it is. It's coming out. You see that? Everything is dripping out. All of the blood is coming out. You want to do this technique, and the reason why you want to do this is because you want your fish to taste less fishier, okay? So make sure you guys bleed out your fish and put it on ice. Alright, y'all, so it's getting pretty late. The sun is down. Usually I would stay a little bit longer to get my limit. Unfortunately, I have to go back home and go to work. So yeah, today's content is based on people that are trying to learn how to fish. People that are trying to get their first striped bass ever. So if you guys are watching this video content today, then this is the video for you. Anyways, I'm about to go ahead and call it a day. If you guys enjoyed the content of this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Until next time.